All right, what's up, everybody? Christopher Leon Johnson here. Happy Sunday, the 24th of November, 2024. And I want to make this quick video. I know it's kind of early in 2024, but I just want to do this for 2024. So just get anybody why you waited to do it in 2025. I'm just going to do this right now. And I want to talk about a certain primary that's going to happen soon in New York City for the New York City Council race for District 1 that covers Tribeca, Soho, NoHo, lower, a little bit of Lower East Side, Chinatown, Civic Center like City Hall Park, Battery Park City, Financial District, Wall Street, Bowling Green, mainly anything like Lower Manhattan, except for the bigger chunk of Lower East Side, like Losada. This is District 1. So let's make this clear, right? So Christopher Marte is the incumbent. He got sworn in since 2022. He won again in 2023 against Susan Lee, which was his toughest challenger, but he beat her in a landslide. So right now in 2025, that Christopher Marte is going to have another primary, and I'm going to explain why, is because Christopher Marte is against the city, yes. Christopher Marte is more a low-density housing elected official where he's not going to approve anything that is like over-the-top luxury housing where it's not affordable to his main core base voters constituents. So what's happening now is that Christopher Marte is going to have a primary soon against this guy named Jess Coleman, who's running for city council against him for District 1. Jess Coleman is a lawyer and he's a member of Manhattan Community Board 1, which basically office is located in 1 Central Street, which is home of the public advocate, the Manhattan Board president, and all these other agencies and DCAS. So let's make this clear. Let me give my opinion about this right now, and I'm gonna give my opinion about Christopher Marte, right? So first of all, Christopher Marte, this is my opinion, right? This is my opinion about Marte. I know a lot of people got their opinion about this guy, but this is my opinion, right? Look, Christopher Marte, look, there's certain things I like about him, and there's certain things I don't like about him. The things I like about him is that, look, he fights for low density housing. He fights for the community and preserving housing, preserving the old school pre-war housing, and he's against City of Yes. But the things I don't like about this guy is that how he sides with transportation alternatives and the Riders Alliance and the fake Lost Liberty Nistos, and the fact that he's real vindictive against anybody that goes against him. And like I said, this is the reason why that he's against the Intro 606 is because the people that's really backing, pushing Intro 606 are the same people that went against him in 2023 when he was running for re-election. I know this, and I know this because I went against him because there were certain things he didn't do correctly as a council member. Like I said, he was sided with organizations that he should be siding with. Majority of the stuff he was doing was performative. Look what happened with the borough-based jail, where they was doing that performative bullshit, and there was Eric Adams mailing on false promises, and they let the guy slide. There's a lot of things about Marte that I didn't respect for his first 2 years as a tenure, and he took it out on me. He took it out on a lot of people. I'm not going to deny that he took it out on a lot of people that was really trying to make sure this guy loses his job as council member. And I like I said, me and Chris, we have a cordial relationship again. I mean, like I said, it's not gonna be the best one, but there's no real animosity like a few months ago, like let's say like in 2023, where it was a lot of animosity. It was a lot of animosity between me and Chris Marte. But let me make this clear, right? About Jess Coleman, and I'm gonna explain why this guy Jess Coleman has a chance of beating Christopher Marte, and I'm gonna explain why. Because if Jess Coleman start studying the Susan Lee campaign in 2023, Susan Lee's campaign was like technically the same shit as the just want to challenge it, right? Susan Lee was siding with Chunk Seto and Ginny Jam Low, who is for the upzoning of Soho NoHo. They are for luxury housing. They get money from developers. UDO, the United Democratic Organization, gets a lot of money from developers, and they was more pushing this pro-developer upzone approach. Now, Jess Coleman is going to run on the same platform as Susan Lee, like the pro luxury housing approach, excluding the public safety aspect. Now, let me make this clear, right? The reason Susan Lee won Chinatown was because the money that her people and the votes that Chung Seto and Ginny Jam Lo had in that time. And remember, Susan Lee is from Hong Kong and she's Asian. So of course, when people in Chinatown see the last name Lee, Lee, in the last name, and they're Asian, they're gonna vote for it because they, like I said, when it comes to voting, sometimes people vote based on race. So it's like if you're Ron Kim and you're a public advocate in Flushing, Ron Kim will easily win Flushing because of his last name. Kim is Korean, but Asians always vote for Asians. Now, let's keep this real. Jess has no chance of winning. Jess is not going to win. I think that Jess is going to pull less numbers than Susan Lee. Susan Lee pulled over 30% of the vote. I think Jess is going to pull between about 22% of the vote to 20%. He can pull between 20 to 22% of the vote. This guy has no chance of winning. Look, the people in Chinatown, they don't want the upzoning. They don't want any upzonings. They don't want any sign to be removed. They don't want no bike lane. They don't want no bike lanes in certain areas. They don't want no luxury 30-story luxury tower on in near the 5th precinct. They don't want that type of stuff. They don't want no 40-foot, no 100-feet long skyscraper next to some 1940 pre-war brick housing. We got to put the air conditioner in. That what people got to stand. That what just got to stand. The people of Chinatown doesn't want it. The people of Soho, they don't want that shit either. Soho is great out how it is. And people like it like that. Soho, NoHo, people like it over there like that. They like it. They like it where, look, you have a little luxury housing, but you have your old school warehouse that they turned to co-ops and condos, and they like that shit where they could shop and they got the brick streets and they love that shit over there. They love it like how Tribeca is really it get quiet at nighttime and it's quiet in the day. They love it. The people in those areas love how they like it how it is over there. The only people that really want this to be changed is Anne-Marie Gray, the Anne-Marie Grays and the Rachel Fees of the New York City political world and the New York City non-profit world. This is what got what's going on here. They want that district redesigned because they get paid a lot of money to push this stuff into these communities, like the city. Yes, Rachel Fee and Anne-Marie Gray is getting paid millions of dollars from these developers to push the city of yes. They getting paid $1 million to push the city of yes. Now, and one thing that Jess got to understand is that, look, Ryder Kessler ran against Deborah Glick in 2022, and he was going the same route. Like, well, if I get in, I'm going to push for more luxury housing in Soho, like 40-foot skyscrapers in Soho and all this stuff like that. And look what happened. The people in Soho gave him the finger and said, get the fuck out of here, wrestler. You're not getting voted in. He lost in a landslide. So let me make this clear. Jess has no chance of winning. He has no chance of winning at all. This campaign he's running is nothing but a grift. And I believe that the people is going to fight back against Jess Coleman, telling like, look, we don't want your fucking ideas. We don't want your fucking agenda in our district, because we all know what your little agenda is gonna push us out the district. It's gonna push us out of the areas. Now we all know that Jess wants this to happen because he's down with developers. He's down. Look, let me keep it real. Jess Coleman is nothing but is gonna be the Yi Andy Chen circa 2025. And if you understand about Yi Andy Chen, you start seeing what I'm talking about. Pro-developer, pro-corrupt nonprofit, pro everything wrong with politics. That's gonna be Jess Coleman. And I tell people right now, like I said, I understand Chris is not. A lot of people see Chris as a toxic elected official. I understand that. But if you don't want to vote for Chris, do not vote for Jess Coleman either. Go vote for a different candidate this time. Try to get Susan Lee to run again. I hope she does better than the last time. And not make her affiliations with Ginny Jam Lo and Chung Seto so obvious. And like I said, Susan studied the New York NY65 race in 2022. What's his name? Denny Salas got backed by Ginny Jam Lo and Chung Seto, and he got the finger. He got like 12% of the vote. Who got 30% of the vote was Mr. Ilapia, and who won? Grace Lee. So you can tell that people don't want this pro-developer pro-developer, like upzoning and displace the community's candidates inside their seats in Lower Manhattan. So like I said, Jess has no chance of winning at all. I think that, like I said, we don't know what's going on here. This is all done through Abundance New York. Abundance New York is the organization that was set up by Ryder Kessler with the help of Open Door for All. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to promote and campaign for pro-developer, pro luxury housing, pro-displace the old people, pro-raise the rents on everybody candidates. And like I said, I don't know what Ambergris is thinking of trying to run this guy against Christopher Marte. But like I said, if she want to run this guy against Christopher Marte on that platform, she's shooting herself in the foot. Same thing as Rachel Fee. They shooting themselves in the foot. They're shooting themselves in the foot when they're running a candidate like Jess Coleman, who's pushing this like, well, if I get in, I'm going to push for luxury housing and upzoning Soho, NoHo, and pushing bike lanes and all over the areas and killing cars and congestion pricing and city of yes and displacing everybody out, kicking everybody out they neighborhoods and bringing the Yimbys in. Like, if you push this guy, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like I said, I have my criticism against Marte, but if you want to push this guy, try to make him the alternative, the better choice than Marte, then you shoot yourselves in the foot and you deserve to lose. Let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. You deserve to lose. Like I said, Chris is hard to beat. Chris has a base. Chris has a strong base. Chris has Victoria Ferrelio. Chris has Grace Lee. Chris has Deborah Glick. Chris has Brian Kavanaugh. Chris has Ron Kim. Chris has Daniel Goldman. Chris has a lot of people. He has a lot of people that backs him up in the state and the federal and the local legislatures. And he got some support of the unions. And you got to stand that because Chris actually gives us certain things. Like I said, I don't know what the hell, like I said, Elizabeth Adams and Betsy Plum and Anne-Marie Gray and Rachel Fee is doing. But like I said, you want to push this guy, Jess Coleman, to run against Christopher Marte in 2025 by pushing this toxic platform like how Ryder Kessler was pushing this platform, then you deserve to lose. You deserve to be losing on a landslide. You know what I mean? Because it's just fucking stupid. It's just retarded. It's just retarded to push a candidate like Jess Coleman pushing this pro-Yimby, like pro-developer, pro-kick everybody out of their apartments candidate. This is like fucking running. This is like running Stephen Ross in the poorest district in New York, and he's going I'm gonna do good for the community. Like what? Push everybody out? Come on. So I'm about to go here. About to take care. About to let go. Like I said, Jess Coleman, this dude has no chance at all. If he's pushing that platform, that kid has no chance of winning. He's not gonna win Soho. He's not gonna win Chinatown. He's not gonna win NoHo. He's not gonna win Tribeca. He's not winning shit. He's gonna get murdered, and he's gonna get slaughtered in that primary, murdered in that primary, and it's gonna be a laughing stock. He's gonna do way less numbers than Ryder Kessler did numbers. So I'm about to log off here. Dude had no chance. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Adios. Later.